Other than that, you know, what it is, man. Should be cool. Other than that, life is good.
That's good, man.
You know what I mean? I try to be.
Let's say positive.
Huh?
So you try to be positive?
Hey man, positivity is a choice, my man. You know what I mean?
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. You got what you mean? You got, hey man. You want to be positive, you don't. I was talking earlier, right? That I might forget, but I'm very aware of how life can, how you can misrepresent life.
Okay.
So we think you got it bad, but you don't.
Right. That's true. I mean, everything is perspective at the end of the day.
Yeah.
There's someone that's always doing worse. Someone that's always doing better.
And I'm like, okay, worse is to what? Because at the end of the day, you got people that are very well off, but health is gone.
Right. I think a lot of it, we view it as a money thing.
Yeah.
You know.
I get it.
Honestly, a lot of what we do is motivated by money, man. Like there's no escaping it. You can't say you want to take a certain job if it wasn't paying you a certain amount of money.
Of course.
You know. Or even to run your business, it takes money to run your business. It takes money to do day-to-day things. So I think a lot of it is like more like, hey man, things could be worse or we're better off or whatever. It's because of money ultimately.
Now, do you think that? See, it's different between being money-driven and success-driven.
Yes. There's a difference, and I think a lot of that has to do with what you focus on.
Yeah.
If you're only focused on making money, and that's like your only goal, it might be harder to reach whatever goal that you have for what you have for yourself.
Yeah.
And you might miss a lot of opportunities to make the money that you want to make because that's your only focus. Versus focusing on, well, what can I do that is gratifying to me and also helpful for other people as well, And I think the more you focus on that, the money's gonna come no matter what.
Of course, that's what exactly. Yeah. Because if somebody say, hey, this is how much this position pay, but if you reverse that to say, if I could become so valuable,
right? Yes.
That it doesn't matter what I do.
Yes.
That's the best thing anybody can do.
Yes.
Because, like I was telling him, and I did this. I recorded myself earlier. I ain't posted it yet, but it says like that. I think life is like everything. Life is like your movie, right? And a lot of times we get trapped up in 100-hour movie
Mm-hmm.
and trying to master other positions in the movie and not your own.
Right, you're trying to be lead actor, supporting
actor, everything in the movie.
Yeah.
You're trying to take on all the role because of what that role is in the movie.
Right.
But if you become the best master of your role in the movie,
yes,
you're going to win in the end.
You're right.
That's the whole point of the movie. The whole point of every movie, the star actor wins in the end.
Right. Exactly.
But you got to be the best star actor in the movie.
Yeah, absolutely. I like at Afro, we interview a lot of people who are successful, and you can tell the money isn't on their mind. It's,
of course not.
They are who they are. It's not like I'm not who I am because I make X amount of dollars.
No,
I am who I am because this is what I do in my life. This is
and
what I
I'm
do.
great at what I do.
Exactly.
Because I'm great at what I do.
That's why I make
what I make.
Right.
And for me to be great at, I gotta be really into what I'm great at.
Yes.
You got to be into it.
Yes, you gotta be 100% in. And people, when people are like that, you can tell because they ooze that. They ooze like that
yeah,
energy.
that's a good word. I like that.
It's like, and that, obviously that inspires other people to be like, man, what can I do to that level of enjoyment, that level of joy? It's like,
yeah.
It's like, it's like the people who literally wake up in the morning excited to do what they do. And it's like, man, I think a lot of people.
But a lot of people don't know what that is.
Right.
Man, people have a concept, idea, but people recognize what other people enjoy to do, but not their own.
Yeah, and you know what? And that's
okay.
That's okay, and that just might take time.
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders didn't figure out the recipe for the chicken until in his 60s, dude. He didn't figure out when he was 18 how to make KFC chicken. He had a bunch of businesses that worked and a bunch of businesses that failed, and ultimately he became Colonel Sanders in his late 60s. Vera Wang didn't make her first dress until her 40s.
Wow.
A lot of successful people that we see today, they didn't become who they were until
late.
Until the second half of their life, and it's like, and I'm pretty sure with the lessons that they learned along the way, when they finally figured it out, it was like, oh, this is easy now. Like, now, because I've learned X, Y, and Z in business, or I've had all these experiences, I can become greater faster because I've seen more, I've done more, And
you can read the room better.
Yes.
It's like a lot of things that you come across. Like, it's like a lot of what I know about what I see in people, I didn't see later.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And to be at that level, you have to be able to pinpoint it quickly what you see in somebody. It's like, man, I seen this before, but I missed it last time, and now I see it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, bro, that comes with maturity and age and experience. Ultimately, the same thing with my parents. My parents told me a lot of things when I was younger. At the time, I was like, man, you're crazy, or oh, I don't have to worry about that, or that'll never happen. And then when it happens, or you go through it, you're like, wow. It's like, man.
Thomas, what your parents told you that was like, you just tell me that.
Okay. Prime example, I got married at 22.
Okay.
And I got divorced at 26. At the time, I was like, this is it, this is the one, y'all don't know. Because my mom got married around the same age. And she's like, hey, you think you know what you want now. You haven't lived yet long enough. to really understand.
Yourself.
Yes, to understand yourself. The fact that you are still growing. You are still trying to figure. You don't know yourself yet. The one that you're going to marry, she doesn't know who she is yet. You're going to change. You might not believe it, you might not see it now, but you're still becoming yourself. And at the time I was like, nah, like, this is what I want, this is what I want for my life. This is how we see each other.
That's
it's us against the world. And bro, when it all happened, and
Mama right there to like.
Yes, she was literally right there at the finish line. Like, you see what I told you? I'm like, wow. Like little stuff like that, and it's just like, they're right because they lived it.
They lived it. They seen it.
They lived it. They seen it. They tasted it. They smelled it. They know what it is. Like I've had this dish before. And
it's disgusting.
And it's bad. But you're telling me that
your
this dish is delicious. Like,
your taste buds gonna change.
Exactly.
Sir.
You're trying to convince yourself that it's delicious right now. It's like it's not. And that's just life, man.
Man, life is funny like that.
Yeah. A lot of times we make it easy. A lot of times we make it hard. But some people learn like, hey, I gotta put my finger in the socket just to make sure.
You got some kick to it.
Yeah. I know you're telling me that it's gonna shock me, but I want to feel like.
I want to feel the shock.
Yeah, I want to know how much it's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt. You told me it's gonna hurt, but I gotta feel my pain tolerance.
Right. Some people are like that, Some people are like,
oh man, it's funny.
Hey, you told me it's gonna hurt me. I'm not gonna even go down that road. Some people are like, yeah, I'm curious, but I think that's life, man. Life is not easy. And when I think about that, I think of like Jesus, for example. He was on top. And he was on bottom. He experienced the praise and he experienced the persecution. And he went through his period of life on this earth. And it's like, man, if you think, if that's who you worship and that's who you attribute to.
Yeah. You think you're not gonna go through?
Yeah, it's like if Jesus went through that, and we're not going to be nailed on a cross and go through certain things that he went through, but just the fact that he went through a lot of trials and tribulations, you don't think you yourself are going to face the same exact thing? Or that have at least somewhat of a difficult time, you don't think you're not going to face challenges in life. So yeah, man, life is going to be challenging.
Yes.
Without a doubt, it is. How you respond to it, how you face it, that says a lot about your character. It's like, yeah, like a lot of things in my life aren't perfect or the way I would want it to be right now. But
you know what? That's funny to me, man. 'Cause I don't look for perfect.
Yeah.
I think I'm very how can I say?